Talk to me nicely. Alright, y'all, what is good? Welcome back to the How in the World channel. So, I got a little bit of a different one for you. So, there is a PSA submission coming to Aurora, Colorado, which is good like 30 minutes away from where I'm at. And so, if it's in person, of course I'm going to be there. I don't want to pay the shipping and the fees and that come with it. And so, I'm going to do my best to pre-grade the cards that I have, submit them, and then kind of get the things back. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm gonna kind of vlog style show off the whole thing that's going on. So far, I got these cards right here. They're pretty sick. So I got the Salamence. What else? I got the Snorlax. I got Charizard. I got Hisuian Zoroark. I got Mimikyu, little promo. We got the Radiant Eevee. We got this Oshawott. And we got this Charizard. So these are the ones that I have went through. I checked them all for bordering, making sure the borders are all like even, in best way possible. Here, let me flip this around. This probably make it easier for y'all. So you want to make sure that these borders are all going to be the same kind of length and width, right? You want to make sure everything's going to be basically the exact same. You also want to watch out so that there's none of these like nicks in the corner, right? You don't want to see any whitening. You want to see any like little marks on them. They might look like some marks just because of the sleeves that I have on, but this card is clean. There's nothing in the corners, nothing on the sides, no like binder marks or anything pushing it on, and they both apply for both sides. So right, you want bordering like 45 and 45 total, I think is what it is for PSA. But I did that for all these cards here. I still have some more that I'm submitting. Meowth, 2 Radiant Charizards, possibly this Gengar, and Zoro promo, and then this Mew VMAX. So these are kind of like the ones that I still have to go through. And to do so, I've actually been using this app. It's called Digital Card Grading. And I just saw this online. I saw some other creators and stuff using it. So I was like, oh, hell yeah, we gonna try it out. And so the cards, like these ones that I've already showed you, I have already put them in here and got the grade back. And it's all AI grading. So as we see, we have our Eevee here, which got a 9.8. So pretty hype about that. Mimikyu, 9.4. Hisuian Zoroark, 9.4. Snorlax, 9.4. A Salamence got the 10. Charizard EX got the 9.6. Charizard, just 9.4. Oshawott, 9.4. And then this is my test. My Wailord, I got a 9.5. So these are the cards I put in here. I'm going to continue to do that to these guys and still kind of look over them and throw them in and see what grade I get. I honestly want anything that's just above a 9. So for the cards that I actually have here, I've done the math and I've used TCG Player as well as, what's the other one? It's like card charting or something. Yeah, price charting. So I actually made an account on here and I went down and just put down all the different cards. Like these are all the ones I just showed y'all. And I put them all as PSA 10s, just for the hope. But like, look at these. 150, 141, 130, 120, like dog. And there's that Charizard, the 365. So we really want this Charizard to get the 10. And so I've kind of been using that to like base on what makes sense to send to PSA. Because obviously PSA is not cheap. To get your card graded, it's going to cost you like $20 more. I forget the actual, they've gone up. When I first graded, when I graded this, look at this PSA 10 Rayquaza. This card is like $1,800 right now. I packed it, graded it, and it came back a 10. So when I did that, cards were only $15 to send in. And now they're like 20, 24 or something. So I got to make sure I'm making the right decision to make it so I don't end up losing money if they're not 10s, right? Because some of these cards, yes, they might be $120 if it's a 10, but if it's a 9, it's like $20 or like $30, which the card itself is like almost the same price. So I'm trying to be realistic in what I pick. That's why I've picked the few that I have, and we'll kind of go from there. I mean, I'm super new to this journey. I have not like sent anything myself into PSA. All the stuff I've done was when I was in Maryland. I had my boy Alex Shields, shout out you, G-Nut Cards. He helped me out a lot with all this stuff. This is kind of be my first time doing it myself. So I'm kind of hyped to see the process. I'm going to share with y'all because it is a little bit rough, right? Unless you're just buying the slabs how they are, it's rough to like really get into it all. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm going to continue to do some grading here. But yeah, so I'll keep y'all with it. We got the actual event happening on Friday. Right now it's Wednesday. So I'm going to kind of vlog me going out there, me doing it. And then I'll eventually have the final video of me showing y'all the grades. So thank y'all for watching. Appreciate it. And yeah. So I finished this pile here of the ones I wanted. As you can see, they're all going in, getting AI graded. And so I'm at this Mew, and what I just noticed, this left side here is so much smaller than this right side. And I think that's big enough of a difference to probably give it a 9 grade. So I'm going to go ahead and not send off this Mew. But that's the stuff I'm looking for, so good thing I caught it. But yeah, in that case, I'm done doing my cards, and now we just wait for the results. I'll let y'all know when they come in. Yo, okay, so today is Friday, October 3rd. I was supposed to go to the PSA event today, but I've decided not to. And the reason why is the price. So PSA is $27.99 a card. That's crazy. I have 13 cards that I want to submit, which maybe that's heavy. I don't know, like maybe that's a lot, but I've kind of looked over them and I feel confident. And I don't know, 13, I made like a whole little spreadsheet, right? Because I'm crazy. 13 times $27.99 comes to $363. $363 to like possibly get a good grade. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy. And so that's why I think I'm going to go with a GameStop. I'm going to test it out. A lot of people said it was kind of crazy, but I don't know. We're going to go for it. They charge $20, $19.99. There's also a $10 like shipping for order. Since I have pros, I get the 5% off. I mean, it's a better deal. Like $19.99 per card times 13 is $259 instead of $363. Like that's almost $100 difference just to get these cards graded. Like, nah. So that was kind of my thing. I did really want to experience like what it was like to go to like PSA and like kind of get that whole thing like done, but it's just a little crazy. PSA, they like going directly from them, it feels a little more confident, obviously. And there's a 45 business days of return. GameStop, I've heard a lot of scary stories, so I'm like, ooh. There is insurance of $500 per card, but still. And then it's 50 business days from GameStop. So like 5 days, you know, a week to difference for $100 less. It kind of seems like a no-brainer almost. But here, let's break it down for y'all real quick. I made like this little spreadsheet of all the cards. So here I put down all the cards in. So I put down the 13 cards I'm gonna do. I put their raw value, which comes to about $334. The PSA value comes to about 200, so I'd lose if all of them were 8s. PSA 9, if they're all 9s, I'd make like $100. And then if they're all 10s, 2,226. 2,226, and literally be flat 2,000 if I get them all 10s, which I don't think is gonna happen, to be honest. Honestly, this is kind of like betting. You're kind of just like hoping that these are right. Like you can only do so much until they actually get graded. So we're kind of just going off of that right now. But y'all remember I was doing that app to see my AI grades? Well, here we go. We have our Enzora as a 9.5, Gengar EX 9.5, the Radiant Charizard as a 8.5, and then our other one at a 9.5. So I'm like, my dumbass doesn't know which one is which. I'm just going to send them both in and hope for the best. Meowth at a 9.5 and Eevee, and these are all the ones that I think I showed y'all before. But yeah, so everything's pretty good. Like everything is good. 9.4, 9.5, maybe like a couple 10s. Only that one 8.5, and then 9.8. You know what I mean? So we're feeling pretty confident. The last step is to actually bring them to GameStop, which I'm about to do. But first, as they are in penny sleeves and top loaders, so on here on GameStop, they break it all down, so it makes it really simple. But it does say must be submitted in penny sleeves and card savers. So I went out and bought some Vault X card holders. These are what usually PSA like. So I'm going to take off all these and throw them in, and this is what they look like. So let's get that going. All right, here are all the cards, all in our card savers. And I did end up taking this out. So I took out our Charizard EX just because I think, like, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if you can. So you see that whitening there? It's just like, nah, I don't know. And then, like, barely a little bit. And this card, there's Charizard EX, $21.99, $40. So basically, if this were to come back like a 10, it'd be worth it, obviously. I basically get $100. But if it doesn't, I basically am even because it costs $20 for the card and a PSA 9 is $40 and this is a $20 card. So to me, it's just not worth it. So now I only have 12 cards, so that reduces my price a little bit, which we'll take. But yeah, here we go. And let's head over to GameStop. All right, y'all, we made it to my local GameStop. And I got my cards here. Now, I'm in different lighting now, and I see some more scratches on these guys, like at the top of the card, so they're going to take the hit, so I'm not going to submit them. So now we're down to 9 cards. It's nice to see them in different lights and stuff. It really does help because PSA are so picky. But 9 cards, still a lot to send in at once, so I'm hype about that. And it's going to be the last time I touch these cards. Let's get them in.
The time is now. My PSA submissions are in. Let's go. Look, it says time for pickup. I don't know if you can see that, but we submitted them on October 3rd, and it is now November 30th. So, like, just under 2 months, which is pretty good, not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm about to go right now and go pick them up, and then we're gonna open them up to see how accurate they are. So yeah, let's do it. All right, y'all. I made it to the GameStop. I'm looking like a super villain. And let's go get, look at it. Oh, let's go get our cards. We got the cards. Let's get back home and let's open them up.
And we are in the studio back with our cards. You can see them in there. We got the quality pre-owned GameStop. So all these cards, we did get them back, which is awesome. But we do have to remember, if we submit these cards in October, beginning of October, now it's like the end of November. So the cards have changed, the prices. So I know I did that little spreadsheet. And so I went back in and did a difference of where the cards are valued at now from when they were from before. So really quick, we have raw value of all the cards. Before it was $216.36. Now it is $176.18. So basically like a $40 difference. For PSA 8 value, it was $159.98, and now is $198.79. So we actually increased by $38. And then PSA 9s were $291.75. Now it is $285.29. So it's a minus $6. And then ultimately, our PSA is $1,638.46, and now it is $1,568.22. So $70 difference. So it's not too crazy, but still over, almost 2 months, it does make a difference. So we have to account that in. But let's get to the moment what we were actually waiting for. Let's get these PSA cards out. Remember, we have 9 cards here. Oh my God. I am so hyped. Oh, yeah. Ooh, what is that? What? Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm so hyped, bro. All right, here we go. Let's go with the first one. We have, our Oshawott. This is the one that actually went up. This one, the PSA 10 was $179. Now a PSA 10 is $402. And it's a 9. It's a 9. Dang. So $56 for this card right here. Dang. Oh, there's a little nick. Whatever. All right, 9. Put it right there. Next up, we have one of our Radiant Charizards. Now, this is sitting at $100, and it was $105. Give me a 10. It's a 9. So this is $22.50. Add it to the 9 pile. I feel like there's going to be a lot of 9s. All right, we have our Snorlax. All right, this is for PSA 10, $160. $28.19. Damn. The bordering on this is great. Why did I send this in? I hate it because it's like the aftermath. You see it and you're like, wait a second. Why did I do that? All right, another Radiant Charizard. Can we get $100? Yes! $100. we got a 10. We take that. All right. We got something out of it. So, we'll take that for sure. Right now we have 3 9s and 1 10. And obviously the one I really wanted the 10 in, didn't get it just because it's most expensive. All right, we have our actual other Charizard here. This is pretty sick. Okay, so this one is 223 for a 10. How, bro? A 9 is $35. Dang, we did not do good this submission. All right, what else we got? Ooh, the Radiant Eevee. Yeah, this card is sick. This is a card that, like, if I didn't get it in a 10, I'm just going to crack it. Because I want this in my binder. All right, so a 10 is 146. Hey! Let's go! The Eevee! And it's the promo, too. Yeah, Pokemon Go Premium Collection. Hey! We take that. All right, 2 10s. What else we got? Oh, the Mimikyu. Yeah, a 10 for this is 117. And this is another from an ETB. Let's go! Yeah, the 10. Okay. We're starting to heat up. We got 3 10s and 4 9s. That's honestly pretty, I feel like, standard. Ooh, yeah, the Hisuian Zoroark V-Star from Crown Zenith. That thing is sick. Okay, what we got here for this? A 10 is 114. Dang, the 9 is $29. Dang. All right. And last but not least, our Team Rockets Meowth. This is just a sick card. This better be a 10. Dang, bro. What was that? A 9 is $34. Dang. So we only got 3 10s? And they're like not even the cards I was really expecting to get. Well, like wanted 10s in really like crazy. Obviously I want everything in 10s, but dang, all we got the rest are 9s. This is the big boy I really wanted in a 10, but Hey, you win some, you lose some. All right, y'all. Let me go tally up the prices for all these, and I'll let you know how well we did. We have the final cost of how much we made, and that is, boom, $569.69. Ha, 69.69. Okay, so now if we take how much it costs to actually grade them, which was 187.90, that is actually how much we made. So we made $381.79. I think that's pretty good for like my first ever submission. Myself, I've had other people that helped me through it or have just done it for me because they had doing bulk, and so like I could just kind of slide in there. So that's pretty sick. And we got 3 10s, a couple 9s. Now I also did the calculations before. So if we take our 56969 and subtract that from the cost of the raw value, boom, that is how much our cards increased with getting them graded, which I'd say is pretty good too. So in total, we made $381.79. Really cool. I'm really glad y'all were with me on this whole thing, and I could show my experience and kind of what I went through to help other people out who, may need it. But that's going to be the end of the video. I really appreciate it, y'all, like just sticking around and watching me go through the whole process. Also, if you guys are interested in buying any of these, I am doing this to make money. This is the first time I've ever kind of done that. So if you want to buy any of these, I will be selling them for, the last sold and stuff like that from eBay, which is where I use all my pricing from. As well as make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you like this. I don't know, I'm going to be doing some different stuff, but hey, I got the stuff. We did it. I'm just so hyped. I mean, it could be all 9s, honestly, and I'm just still kind of like hyped just to like get it done. But yeah, appreciate it, y'all. On to the next. Deuces.